Hello friends, it is Annalise Reader here with another book vlog, Travel Style. Recently my brain has been percolating upon a number of things, one of which is physical media. Every day we consume media, but there's something about the essence of physical media which is different. Books, photos, postcards, and letters, these things have a feeling of life that our phones don't. Something about being able to hold them in our hands and feel their texture and smell their smells. I am a lover of words, a logophile, if you will, and I want to soak up every bit of free reading time that I can before the school year begins. I have been listening to The Idiot by Fyodor Dostoevsky to get myself in the mood for school, which I finished, and I've been reading my Bible after being inspired during dance camp to read more of it and to read it faster and to get an overview of the story. But yeah, I'm super excited for you to come along with me as I read this weekend. Hello friends, and welcome to Annalise Goes on Vacation and Reads a Ton of Books because she realized that it's the last weekend before school and therefore reading freedom. I'm very excited. We are at our cottage. Obviously I vlogged all yesterday and you could see what I read, and I already finished a book. Granted, I've been reading that book for a month, but I finished The Idiot by Fyodor Dostoevsky, and I would probably give it a 4-star rating. Now, it was actually insane because, you think of Russian literature and you're like, oh, depressing drama. It was dramatic, yes. It read like a soap opera, a 650-page long soap opera. I kid you not, it took about 8 hours of my audiobook to listen to 8 hours of their life. So the events of a single afternoon and evening took 8 hours to listen to, and it was all talking, just them talking to each other. Anyways, but I'm finally done, and I attended my Fyodor Dostoevsky class for the first time yesterday on the road, and it was just so perfect. I finished the audiobook in the car, I fell asleep while listening to it, and woke up and heard something about a murderer. There had been no murders yet in the book, and I was like, what? It was insane, crazy, amazing. Now, I'm going to show you what I've been reading. Okay, so I've been reading this since dance camp, Once Upon a River by Diane Setterfield. It's so good. It's taking me a little longer to get through, but it's like lyrical. It's gorgeous. The writing is just like, it's so good, and it's all woven together. It's all these different stories woven together, and it's kind of like gothic, Victorian-y. I honestly love it. I think I'm going to keep reading it slower though, because it's not the type of book that you should just like be done, because like it takes time, I've been wanting to read this, Breakfast at Tiffany's, for so long. I'm a huge fan of Audrey Hepburn. She's like literally absolutely gorgeous, and she was in the movie Breakfast at Tiffany's, which I've never watched, but I figured before I watched it I should read it. This is a collection of 2 stories. One of them is Breakfast at Tiffany's, one of them is called Other Voices, Other Rooms. My plan is only to read Breakfast at Tiffany's, but if I love it I might read the second one. The trees grew close together and were so leafy that he could get no glimpse of the sky. All the light was green light that came through the leaves, but there must have been a very strong sun overhead, for this green daylight was bright and warm. It was the quietest wood you could possibly imagine. There were no birds, no insects, no animals, and no wind. You could almost feel the trees growing. The pool he had just got out of was not the only pool. There were dozens of others, a pool every few yards, as far as his eyes could reach. You could almost feel the trees drinking the water up with their roots. This wood was very much alive. Hello, Wells.
Hi.
How many books did you bring on this trip?
4.
4? What are you reading right now?
Kingdom of Fantasy.
Geronimo Stilton. Solid.
Mm-hmm.
How many books did you bring on the trip?
2.
What are you reading right now?
The Winged Feather Saga.
Very nice. How many books did you bring on this trip?
2.
And what are you reading right now?
The Wild Robot.
Ooh, very nice. Are you liking it?
Yeah.
Are we reading or scrolling?
I'm reading my Bible.
You're reading your Bible. Good job, Mom. How many other books did you bring on the trip?
I brought 2.
Which one are you reading right now?
Well, I'm almost done Anxious Generation, but I'm very excited to read, even if it's not a song for summer.
And who got that for you?
My darling daughter.
Ah,
I love so
your
much.
favorite daughter?
My favorite.
Amazing. How many books did you bring on this trip?
6.
And which one are you reading right now?
Framed or Vanished.
And how many of your books are school books?
5.
The struggle is real. When our family makes campfires, we tell stories. We are readers, of course, and as a child, the best storyteller in the world was my dad. As we sat around this campfire and ate cherry chocolate sandwich pies, Dad told us the story of Rikki Tikki Tembo and of the Jolly Green Sasquatch. A family legacy, really. My father and I also like to watch the stars together. We often sit in silence or converse in reverent, hushed tones while picking out Orion's belt and the Little Dipper. On this Friday night, we read poetry to each other. The waves have a story to tell me as I lie on the lonely beach. Chanting aloft in the pine tops, the wind has a lesson to teach. But the stars sing an anthem of glory I cannot put into speech. The waves tell of ocean's spaces, of hearts that are wild and brave, of populous city places, of desolate shores they lave, of men who sally in quest of gold to sink in an ocean grave. The wind is a mighty roamer, he bids me, keeps me free. Clean from the taint of the gold lust, hardy and pure is he. Cling with my love to nature as a child to the mother knee. Hello friends, quick little reading update. It is now this Saturday and I finished Breakfast at Tiffany's last night and I feel like I would give it a 3 stars. It was kind of Fitzgeraldian, anyways, it was just very worldly, but it's supposed to be real people. It's set in that same sort of era as Great Gatsby. It was interesting, but I just want to watch the movie and see Audrey Hepburn, if we're being honest. Now I've started this, Piranesi by Susannah Clarke, which my dad loved, but it came out more recently, COVID era, and it's very interesting so far. I'm halfway through and it's just very mysterious. Now, we went to walk on the Chimney Bluffs, as you saw, and on the way home we stopped at a cute little stationery store, because obviously I had to, and it was called Pen and Plow. So we're gonna do a little haul. Which feels weird. Okay, so those of you who know me know that I've been writing letters lots, and I was out of writing paper, so I got this cute little writing paper. It's all cream, but it's got a little gold embossed butterfly on it. And then, of course, I had to get another stamp for my wax seal, which, I don't know if you can see, it's a little rose, and anyways, it's cute. Then I got an ink fountain pen, which I have never had before. I have lots of dip pens, but have never actually had a fountain pen, so that should be really interesting. And yeah, I might write some letters later. The next few days were delightful. Lucy thought she was the most fortunate girl in the world as she woke each morning to see the reflections of the sunlit water dancing on the ceilings of her cabin and looked round on all the nice new things she had got in the Lone Islands, sea boots and buskins and cloaks and jerkins and scarves. And then she would go on deck and take a look from the forecastle at a sea which was a brighter blue each morning and drink in an air that was a little warmer day by day. After that came breakfast and such an appetite as one only has at the sea. Okay, hello everybody. Since I last saw you, I have finished 2 books. So this morning, like you saw, I went outside and I read my Bible for a long time, and then I finished Piranesi. Oh my goodness, I loved it so much. I don't even know, it was mysterious, it was kind of like creepy, but it was also weirdly beautiful. It was sort of written in journal style, and it was just really interesting, and it was kind of short and fast, and I, like, 5 stars. I don't know, maybe 4.75 because the ending was a little bit dissatisfactory, but like the last 5 pages type of ending. It actually made me so happy. Okay, the second book, which also made me so happy, I had 2 such good books in a row, I actually can't believe it. It's The Unselected Journals of Emma M. Lyon, and it is another journal style. I'm just on a roll with my journalistic style, and it was so good. It's a 20-year-old girl in like late 1800s. It's her journals. She's reminds me of Flavia de Luce, kind of a Jo March-ish character, and it was short, once again snappy. I was literally laughing on the beach. Like, people thought I was crazy. It was so good. Also another 5 stars. I would love to reread it and maybe even annotate it. Like, I don't even know. I loved it. It was so fun. It was just fun. Anyways, so something else I forgot to tell you. Yesterday we went to this dingy little bookstore. It wasn't a bookstore. It was a dingy grocery store, and I was kind of like, yeah. And as we were walking out, there was a whole stand from like whatever church. They had got a whole bunch of book donations, and we were allowed to just take one. And I quickly scanned the shelves as one does, and I found William Blake's Inn, which I have been keeping an eye out for, like not actively looking for, but I always sort of check for it, and I was so surprised to see it because it won a Newbery Medal and a Caldecott Honor when it was written, and it's all poetry about William Blake, as you know, Tiger, Tiger, Burning Bright, and I'm so excited. We have 1 sleep left and we're going home tomorrow, but I have read a lot of books. As I mentioned before, one of my favorite forms of physical media is letters. When I was younger, my cousin and I were regular correspondents for about 4 years. Recently, I've picked up letter writing with my dear friend Myra, who lives in New York State. Our letters have gradually gotten longer and longer, sometimes requiring multiple stamps. There's something so special about being able to hold something in your hands that a friend has made and sent, someone who I've never even met and is from a different country. Sometimes we send tea bags, poems, or bookmarks, but really, words are enough. And letters preserve that old sort of relationship that doesn't rely on the convenience of the instantaneous.
It's hard me the courage of stars before you left. How light carries on endlessly, even after death. With shortness of breath, you explain the shortness of breath. I'll explain the infinite, how rare